Welcome to Family Movie Night, where we'll be talking about what we watch for Family Movie Night. My name is Mike, and today we are talking about the Super Mario Brothers Galaxy movie, the 2026 sequel to the hit, I want to say 2024 Super Mario, 2023, Jesus, Super Mario Brothers movie. This movie, premise of this one is Mario ventures into space, exploring cosmic worlds and tackling galactic challenges far from the familiar Mushroom Kingdom. The pretty much most of the original voice cast is back. You've got Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Anya Taylor-Joy, Keegan-Michael Key, Jack Black, all of that still here. And then your additional voices include Benny Safdie as Bowser Jr., Donald Glover as Yoshi. We got Luis Guzman as Wart, Issa Rae as the Honey Queen, and then Glenn Powell for spoilers is Fox McCloud. So, did I like it, love it? No. Did thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs middle for the Super Mario Brothers Galaxy? And I guess the answer to this is it depends. And the reason why is because if I look at this movie from three different lenses, which it's hard not to look at this from three different lenses, given who I went with, which is I went with my entire family. I went with my two daughters and my wife, and what this movie represents for me as a fan of Nintendo, but somebody who is not as up to date on some of the more recent movies like the Super Mario Brothers Galaxy movies. So anything that has to do with space and some of these villains that I have no idea who any of them are. So, and then there's the perception of, as a general movie fan, what does this movie represent and what is it trying to tell me? Well, let's look at it from the 3 points of views then. So if you're looking at this from a movie perspective, this movie sucks. This movie absolutely sucks for a variety of reasons. And it's whether you're thinking paper thin characters, whether you're thinking like there's no messaging, no themes, anything like that. Minus, this is saying something about family and, why it's important to go up to bat for family members. But overall, this movie, from a plot standpoint, makes absolutely no sense. And this is reference the movie for Nintendo fans. In addition to that, it looks great. The animation's a lot of fun, and this is where me as a Nintendo fan also is like, yeah, this movie is fun. I think that's the best way to describe this movie is that it was fun. But even as a Nintendo fan, doesn't always that doesn't always work for me because there's certain things that's like I don't remember who Wart is or the honeybee or anything like that. I don't remember where there was a T-Rex in the Mario movies. Now, the part where Peach and Mario are going through that part in on Bowser Planet where you've got the fire things that's going around in circles. You've got the angry looking blocks that are, hitting people, the bombs, different things like that. Yeah, I understand stuff like that because a lot of that comes from Super Mario Brothers 4 or Super Mario Brothers 3 and the old Nintendo games. Even the way that after Peach left the Mushroom Kingdom, the way that they had the map with Yoshi and doing things kind of similar to how they did them in Super Mario World. That was cool too. But there was no part to me that kind of resonated similar to like how the Mario Kart thing ended or happened in the first Super Mario Brothers movie. Maybe there was like I guess a Smash Brothers type of thing going on where a lot of people were fighting, so that was cool, I guess. But yeah, overall, this as a Nintendo fan, I felt a little lost at times, and I got to admit, this that makes me feel super old, but that's okay. No big deal. Because at the end of the day, I know that I am a target audience. I'm not the target audience for this. And that is where the point of view that as a parent, my kids adored this movie. They laughed, they had a lot of fun. And as a parent, I can't ask for anything more in terms of entertaining my kids and making sure that they are enjoying themselves. And this was a fun, memorable experience, particularly for my youngest, who she resonated a lot with the fact that, this is a movie about sisters at the end of the day. And she loved and adored that. So I can't ask for anything more. I do have some questions about this. Like, one, where's Donkey Kong? How come there was no Donkey Kong in this? That bums me out quite a bit, actually. But hey, it's all good. I'm glad that Luigi got a bigger role in this and actually got to do stuff versus what he did in the first movie, which was a whole lot of nothing. And I like that Peach was actually given a little bit more to do as well, which I liked that. I think in the future, I'm not exactly sure how much more leverage you can get out of Bowser being the villain, but also at the end of the day, Bowser, played by Jack Black, is fantastic. So as long as he's in it and as long as he's, just rocking with it, like who cares? Because he's still awesome. It's the same thing with Jim Carrey as who is it? As Dr. Robotnik. As long as he's in it and he's just keeps doing his thing, cool. Just let's keep doing it. And I have one other thing that I want to say. I think the internet discourse that ruined the Fox McCloud reveal, it just irks me to no end. Why can't people just be surprised for stuff? And why do we need to discover all of these different things? Yes, I understand it's all about breaking news and, getting the most out of these experiences, but I think if the Fox McCloud thing hadn't have been ruined by the internet, I think I would have enjoyed this quite a bit. But it was because the internet noticed like his elbow in one of the trailers. Now Nintendo, whether intentional or not, had their hand forced so that they needed to reveal it and reveal that not only is Fox McCloud in this movie and he plays like a rather large part, but he also is voiced by Glenn Howell as well. Perfect. Perfect casting for that. So I don't know. I'm frustrated about that, but I also get it from an internet standpoint because that's what the that's what we do with the internet now. So, but yeah, overall, I'm very mixed on this movie. As a movie-going fan, I think this movie is not very good. As a Nintendo fan, there were some cool references that I quite enjoyed. I thought Yoshi was adorable as well, and Donald Glover just was fantastic during this. But overall, I don't know. I can't deny that my kids had a blast watching this. So, and when they have fun at the movies, so do I. So, what did you think of the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to do it for this episode of Family Movie Night. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew, wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our list labeled Family Movie Night on Letterboxd at MLHilty2452. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you've got any marketing, logo, or brain standard needs, contact them at HiFlyerCreative.com. Check out the other shows on our network. We've got a lot of great content and really proud of the work that everyone's doing. So please check out the other shows in the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network. And finally, if you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM Crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, happy watching, friends.